Hey Rob, how's it going? It's Bree here with Allscapes Marketing. As promised, I wanted to record you a quick video here going over your online presence, a little report I made of your website, and then going over your competitors and what you can do to catch up with them. Starting with your website, we can see you have about a 12 out of 100 for the website. It's showing that it doesn't have a whole lot of trust or power to it. And the citations get a 14 out of 100, and I'll kind of explain this in a little, but essentially citations are online directories like Yelp and Yellow Pages, and you want to be listed in those major and relevant online directories. That helps to show your presence, and so that one is getting a 14 out of 100, and we can see how many links you have from other websites here. Okay, and I'll break into what the competitors look like. So if we take a look at your Google ranking report first, I put in a couple keywords for you. And for your location, it's saying on average for these words, you're showing up in about 37th place. And we'll go down to them. So I put CT Hardscapes, Landscaping Wallingford CT, and Landscaping Companies in CT. I just grabbed these three here quickly because I did see there was search volume for them. There wasn't a whole lot of people searching specifically for Wallingford for hardscaping. It might have been more for patios and pavers, but I just wanted to give you a good example by showing for the full state. So we can see the volumes, and the volumes are per month. There's roughly 50 people searching for Landscaping Wallingford CT, 10 for NCT, so it looks like more people are searching per town for landscaping companies rather than the full state. But for hardscaping, people definitely search more for the state than per town. It's actually saying for this word in particular, you're showing up in second for the computer for a website, and that might be because it's so close to your name. But for Landscaping Company Wallingford CT, it says you're showing up in about 19th place. And on mobile, it says you're not showing up for either, and same for the Google Business Profile, it says you're not showing up for any of them there. So here we have your key citation score, and the key citations are the big ones that most websites have. It doesn't necessarily mean this is all of what your competitors have, but it's just starting with the key citation score. So we can see that you have 15 citations there, 24 that aren't found, 6 that are correct, and 9 with name, address, or phone number errors. And if we take a look, we can see you on Google, on Facebook, but there's a name discrepancy, an address discrepancy. Anything in red is a discrepancy in the info, and I know you texted saying that there'll be some issues with this, so no worries. This will kind of just give us a brief overview. We'll then take a look at your Google Business Profile and see what that looks like. So we can see your information. Saying that you're closed, but I was just looking at your profile and I know you're not closed. That's weird. And it's also having an issue pulling up your images. Okay. So it shows your reviews here, and it shows that you have a local number, which is good. The city name is not used in the landing page, which is the home page, and the CT. So you just want to have these things on your home page there. That's where the Google Business Profile takes you. And I put in some keywords here. So I put in landscaping companies in CT. Again, this might be too broad, but just to give you an example, and we can see that how many citations people have, the amount of key citations, which you actually have the most citations for, how many links people have, so you're in the mix there, how many linking domains, website authority, review count, reviews, photos, you're quite low on the photos, and then the different categories. We look at CT Hardscapes. Oh, this is why it's saying that there isn't a local pack. So it's saying for this word, it doesn't show a Google Map pack, which is fine. So it just kind of messes this up a little bit here. Landscaping Wallingford CT. It shows that you are in 4th place. Again, with a lot more citations than others. Yeah, more links. Your website is more powerful. You're in the mix on the reviews, but you certainly are behind them, so you're going to want to get some more reviews on there. And you do have a bit of a lower review stars. So we're going to want to get that up to 5 or as close to 5 as we can. And it looks like you're okay in the category. So that's the overall report here. I just wanted to run over quickly. If we go to your website here, we can see it looks outdated, but I know you said you're getting it built. The important thing you're going to want to know for that website rebuild, I'm not sure how far along you are, but is that you really want to have content on there, and especially the home page. We usually use about 1,500 words on the homepage, and this is for 2 reasons. The first reason being is Google has crawlers. They come through, they read the content, and they're trying to figure out what areas you serve and what services you offer. The more content you have on here, the more you're going to look like an expert in Google's eyes. In addition to that, you want to beat out the competitors. So if your competitors had 1,000 words, then you want to have 1,500 words and so on. Now, within that content, you want to have keywords. And keywords are like we were just looking at. So if someone was searching for a CT Hardscaping Company and you had CT Hardscaping Company all over here, you're going to be really relevant for that. And Google is going to be willing to put you higher at the top. You also need enough content so the words are on top of one another. You want it to read nicely and organically and be spread out. So while it's important for a website to be beautiful, you also want to make sure that the content is in there. That's equally as important. Otherwise, it'll just be a billboard kind of out in the middle of nowhere where people aren't finding it. It's got to be optimized for SEO. There's a lot that goes into optimizing it, such as saving the image names as keywords as well. See how this is just saved as a random number. You want it to be saved as, for example, CT Hardscapes. So those are just a couple of things I recommend for the website. Now, if we actually did a Google search for Hardscaping Company CT, we can actually, so this is a Google ad here. This one actually shows above the map pack, which does occasionally happen. And then these are the ones below. So I'm sure as you're seeing in that Google webinar, this is very important to be in the top 3. Most people will not click on more businesses. They'll just change what they're searching. I won't get into it too deep on how to rank in here since he really goes over that. But if we take a look at this first company here, Hillside Landscaping, services. Okay, so they've got some content on here, not a lot. Let's take a look at why they're ranking. This is a paid program I use to research websites called Eris. I threw them into here quick so we can see what they're up against. And we can see their power ratings of the website, similar to how in that other profile, but it's a little bit off because this isn't their homepage. This is specifically a page for Hardscape, so I'm not going to go too deep into this stuff. What I do want to look at is their keywords and get an idea how many people are searching these things. So for example, Landscaping CT has approximately 250 people who Google this per month. Again, this might be too broad, just examples. Landscaping companies in CT 70, Berlin 30, CT Hardscapes 30, and so on. They have a lot of keywords, and I'd need to filter for CT specifically, but anyway, we can see some good indication as to how many people are searching, which is important. We want to be going after keywords with volume so that people would be finding you. If we take a look at your website's ratings on this program, we can see they're pretty low, but we already knew that. There aren't a whole lot of links necessarily coming back here, but if we look at your keywords, we can kind of see these are useful, but who knows where people are searching for Hardscapes landscaping. We want to have CT at the end of these things so that people are finding you. You do have landscaping Wallingford CT here, although it's showing your site in roughly 19th place. And okay, CT Hardscapes, although it's showing you in roughly 45th. So it looks like you're a little bit farther down than the other program we're showing. Landscaping Middletown, 79. So be safe, lungs. I love it. Anyway, so this is kind of the update. The important thing is going to be for this new site to make sure it's SEO optimized. Make sure you have lots of content on there. Obviously, you still want it to look good. Make sure you have keywords in there, and then you really want to build up the power of the site. So I hope this is helpful and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Have a great evening.